Well, did you know, football fans, New York, one of the rainiest cities in the nation. And across the Hudson River, we've got weather on the way toward East Rutherford, New Jersey, and MetLife Stadium. Today, we're treated to an entertaining preseason contest between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. Jordan Sapp looks ready for that opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. On the return, here's Miles Price. Things going well so far. A field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. So here come the Vikings taking the field for their first drive of the game. That quarterback, former #1 overall pick Kyler Murray, now in his 8th NFL season.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, and he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's going to get caught up after a gain of maybe a yard, so they're going to be stuck with 2nd and 14.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Working on 2nd down. Murray. Well, he throws it quick, but what a pass rush that was. Able to hit him on the release anyway. Break that up. 3rd down now after that incompletion.
It's 3rd down and 14.
Here's Murray. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
The Giants take over first.
So the Giants have to get set for their first drive. Getting the start, the second-year pro, first rounder, last spring's NFL draft out of Ole Miss. It is Jackson Dart.
One of the really cool things about Jackson Dart's career, both high school and college, is every step of the way he just kept getting better. And that's what the great pros do. Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, they never rest on their laurels. They're constantly striving to be excellent. It's exactly what Jackson Dart did collegiately and what he'll have to do professionally.
Takes the handoff, now Dart. This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. And out of bounds he goes after picking up close to 8 yards there. 2nd and short coming up.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Now here's Cam Scadaboo on the ground. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Throwing on 3rd. Here's Dart. It's on target to Johnson. And a good gain here. 11 yards, it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Hand off to Scatterboo from the gun. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's second down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Now Dart on second down. Contact is there, and that's going to break up the catch. Incomplete pass. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Dude, fly, no flight order.
Darts looking to throw. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! And the Vikings take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
A give to Mason. He loses the football. But fortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession. Well, that is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot at it.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving...
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Giants are going to be set up and goal to go after a great return down inside the 10.
Our coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to...
And he's going to reach the goal line. Touchdown, Giants. Tyrone Tracy. New York has its first points. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
They'll try this extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Vikings nothing.
Stout all set to send this one away. On the return, here's Price. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings sending their offense back out, and there you see their coordinator, Wes Phillips. He's celebrating a half-decade now as OC with the Vikings. Now 2 decades as a coach in this league. Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Murray. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be 3rd down. Gain on the play up to the 38. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Now pitch to Mason. He's hauled down after just a couple of yards, but enough. Importantly enough, they get that 1st down.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
Now give it to Mason. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
Running left side by Jefferson. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 now for Kyler. Now 3 for 3 on this series after he threw the pick the last time out. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Well, you taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from him as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. And it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Scott on the carry. Jukes away from one. And he's going to be hauled to the ground with a 1st down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 2nd down, Murray's going to throw. Looking for his back, but he will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. It's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop. See the ball hit the ground, knock them out of that rhythm.
3rd down, Brock. You knew that pressure was coming, and sure looked like he was lucky to even get a throw away on that play.
That rush was coming to flat out end that drive.
Yeah.
And it did.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Dart setting in to throw here. He finds Johnson over the middle. And they've got a 1st down. Give him a gain of 13 on that previous play.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To get a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Going play action with Dart. And he's going to go down deep on his own side at about the 42. And that is the end of our 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They have second down behind the sticks. Here's Winston to the air. He's running with it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Third and long for him here. And that's going to end up an incomplete pass. Not on the quarterback there. That pass was dropped. It's fourth down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds. No chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal trying to miss the mark. On the ground, Jones to begin the drive. They're going the wrong direction. He's going to be sent backwards to their own 3. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Very smooth, Sal, in on that tackle.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Throw here, third down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's making a bid for it. Good play call there. 15 yards for their efforts, and they got the first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on first down. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Third down, Jones to throw. And he's going to go down. They haul him to the turf at the 21. And that's going to force a 4th and 10. Another punch brings Johnny Hecker back to the field. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. The Giants offense all set to get started. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They've got first down here from the 36. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Throwing on 2nd. Here's Winston. He takes it himself. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had here, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
The Vikings into the nickel for this third down play. Winston to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And he gets home. Touchdown, New York.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Looking to tack on the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they bump their lead up to 14.
Giants 14. Vikings nothing.
Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Vikings now set to take first and 10. Play fake, Jones. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. To throw, here's Jones. Brought in, Ty Felton. Yeah, he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, looks like about 7. 3rd and 3 in front of him now after that completion got him 7. Here's Jones. And this one's going to wind up incomplete. He had him over the middle for a second, but was muscled off that catch. That brings about 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Secures this at the 17. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stops. The Giants and Juju Smith-Schuster heading back out on offense. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. There's the stop. Play hits for 15 before it, though. And that's going to set up a Giants first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Winston now off the play fake. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner is your positioning relative to the target. And really, the timing of it all. You can be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one nearly perfectly.
Throwing on second, Jameis has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, 4th down coming up. Well, I know you love to call this the money down, Brock, and on that 3rd down, that pass rush just got paid.
Woo, look at you right there. That's their job. Yeah. I mean, in the minds of those guys in the front 7, Kate, you've been around them your whole life. They know it. They don't want to rely on anybody else. They're secondary. They want to get home, and they do.
They can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And as we get a look at how their last 4 drives have gone, partner, still waiting for the first touchdown or field goal for them. They've kept finding ways, it feels like, not to score, right? But we would all agree it's time to find a strategy that will get them on the board. Jones setting up the play action. Chased out to his right. They're after him, and they're going to take him down way behind the line of scrimmage. Kayvon Thibodeau. And that sack means it is second down on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Trying again following the sack. Jones. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
It's third down.
Jones looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down. So even with the nice game there, partner, dug themselves quite a hole that they haven't gotten out of yet. It's fourth down. Johnny Hecker on down to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. His work begins at the 31. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
They'll run it with Devin Singletary. And they'll get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gained, and they got that first down too.
15 yards.
Changes up the call.
And the Giants first down.
Winston. That's to his running back, Devin Singletary. Gets it to the 15. It's a New York touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Send right down the middle and good. And lead now 21.
Giants 21. Vikings nothing.
Stout all set to send this one away. He fields it from the 8. Good work so far. He's got room.
The Vikings take over.
That's some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Vikings offense back to the field now. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. First down now, ball at the 33. Jones now to throw. Finds him over the middle. And the defender finally gets there, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. And that is a Vikings first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Jones. Gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
A gain of 14.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Here's Jones to throw. Forced out to his right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and that hit knocks it free, incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Jones now on second down. Completed over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Throwing here, Jones. He's got it near the 10. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Vikings in the hurry-up.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the red zone now. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up second and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
And there it is. Touchdown. Gotta imagine you remember yours, right?
I didn't have many, Kate. I think I only had 4, but I do remember my first to Darrell Jackson, a little slant route. And this rookie, he'll never forget this one either.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in. So leave that score as is.
Will Reichert to kick off for the
So after the missed extra point, he is still out there. He's going to put it back in play. Tyrone Tracy now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Tracy on the return. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. These hits finally taken out, so call it a gain of about 23 on the play before they got to him. We'll make it first down, Giants.
And the Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's Tracy on first down. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up second down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here's the final play of our first half. It's Tracy on second down. And he's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up to first. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Appreciate the update as always, Scott, as we welcome you back to the building. As you can see, a light rain has started to fall while you were away, and it's going to help us set the stage for the start of our third quarter. Here's Tracy on the return. And you're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. So as this drive begins, rain starting to fall. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Gives to Singletary from the gun. Escapes a defender. Up to the races, middle of the field. He does it. Touchdown, New York. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
It's the way that I'm on already. Shine bright, don't even want to put on. This here's real life, there's no match to put on. But here's the message.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Coming in from the right, and they blocked it! They blocked it! And they'll snuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a block extra points on the play. Stout all set to send this one away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Vikings taking the field on offense. And they were happy to keep that punt team on the sideline the last drive. As we can see here, had to call on them more than once their last few series. Able to finally get the job done and score a touchdown that last drive. They're going to try to do the same now. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Now run by Scott. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
2nd and 7.
Second down now, it's Jones. They're after him, and they're going to take him down. Way behind the line of scrimmage. Thibodeau has another one. And that is a couple for him today. 3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devon Holly comes up with it. And the Giants take over after returning it inside the red zone. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Caught quick right side. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Here's Winston to the air. He's got the feet in, and he makes the catch. Looks like about 7 on the completion before he headed out of bounds. 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Winston looking to throw. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Trust. Kate is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that first down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a first down for the offense.
And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Another snap from the 8 here. It's second and goal.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line.
To throw, here's Winston. Got his man in the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Calvin Austin from 8 yards out. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
The kick is
That
good.
one right down the middle.
Makes the score
And they
Giants
continue piling
34,
onto this lead.
Vikings 6.
Stouts all set to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
The pitch is to Jones. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Jones to throw on second down. Hits his running back. And it's a gain of about 13 before he steps out. Didn't get the first, though, but it does help him ahead of this third down.
It's a gain of 13, but it brings up third down.
Jones going to try to pick it up. Small gain on the play, maybe 4 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings a first down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Counterplay, Jones. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Now Jones. Look at that power, deep left side. Brought in inside the 20. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Here's Jones on first, and he's up to 9 of 15 passing after that last completion. From the red zone on first. And the catch won't survive the contact this time. Incomplete. That was a tough-ass partner making that play against double coverage. It's second down.
Now 2nd and 10.
To throw, here's Jones. He's brought down. They got him at the 25. Darius Alexander. And that's going to bring up 3rd and very long. They've got to get 20 or more.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Here's Jones. In trouble, and this time he's going to get the throwaway. It is incomplete. Never had a chance of connecting that one, Brock. At least he avoided the sack. But it is fourth down.
For the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Reichert connects there. And that lowers the gap to 25 points.
Makes the score.
Here in the third quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Here's Tracy on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And their offense has been playing at an extremely high level as this has become a runaway quickly. They've scored each of their last 2 times out. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the first.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Giants first down.
Man in motion, headed right.
At the 40-yard line.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. There's the power. Here comes some speed. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Coming off a 6-yard completion. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. That's into the hands of Singletary. They stop him after about a 5-yard gain. That is good enough for a fresh set of downs.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And they're in there to take him down after a gain of 12. And that gives New York the first.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Giants first down.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Giants football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the 4th. Okay, so the rain taking a break, it appears, but this offense isn't. 1st and 10. Winston now. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Had a man in the area, Brock, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he was trying to hit him there. It looked like he was just getting rid of that football.
I'm not going to correct you. You're right. And that's really a compliment to this defense. You saw the guy. He had his man, but the coverage, well, it was too good, and he didn't trust that throw.
And he gets back to the line, but no more. The last completion didn't go anywhere, so still 10 to go now on 3rd down. Oh, Winston lost the football. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. And they take him down right along the 30. So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit. From the left hash, this is from 47. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that gives them a 28-point advantage.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Jones looking to throw. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass. Intended for his running back there. That brings up 2nd down.
Javon Holland there on the coverage.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. It's Bell on the slant. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here on 4th. Escapes the pocket. He's going for it himself. And on 4th down, they're going to come through. 11 yards there. They've got the first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
They're going to run it. Here's Scott. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Jones. Bartholomew's got it right side. And he's going to be out of bounds after picking up a handful on that play. Moves him a little closer. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And
Here's Jones to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. This is going to be close. It's going to be close. Oh, it looks like he got it. Good awareness after the catch to see where he needed to get. He got just enough daylight to get it there.
60 Bison.
Jones now to throw. Absolutely fires this one right side. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Jason Pinnock picks it. And the Giants see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Now a pitch to Tracy. They wind up with a quality 16-yard pickup on that play. They get the first down, too.
He in this ground game, Kate, have seen such a steady dose of work. And what you hope is all of those body blows throughout can lead to a knockout punch like that.
At the 43-yard line.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Ready. 25.
Draw play. This is Singletary. And they've got a first down. Give them a gain of 13 on that previous play.
Well, they sold it like it was a pass, and by they, I mean everybody involved at the line of scrimmage. Great job by that O-line, the quarterback, everyone making it look like a pass, and then a huge burst for a chunk run.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing is Winston. Look at that power. Deep left side. Has his man, but his man does not have that football. He drops an easy one, Brock. It's 2nd down.
I'm going to guess a time or two as you call those hoops games on the hardwood, you've said heat check. Oh, that's a heat check. He's made a bunch of shots, and he's taken that one from afar. Okay, that's equivalent right there. With 3 touchdown passes in his pocket, that was a heat check into coverage.
He brushed him off with ease. And he's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up to first.
15 yards on the play. That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Downs for him from the 31.
Ready.
Winston. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. Much like they have throughout this entire game, Brock, the opportunities to score just keep arriving, and that lead just keeps growing.
Just the best part of team sports, right? One side feeds the other side, that feeds the other side, and it's just an inferno right now that's led to a lopsided score up there.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that adds yet another to their lead.
Giants 44, Vikings 9.
Stout all set to send this one away. Starting from the 5. He dodged the tackle. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And that's incomplete, only because of the hit applied, though. A good defensive play to bring up second down.
His pass, intended for Gavin Bartholomew, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now McCarthy. That's Hill on the slant. They get a lot out of this play. 21 yards before the tackle is finally made. And that's going to be a Minnesota first down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. Taken in by Felton, left side. He's hit, finally taken out. So call it a gain of about 23 on the play before they got to him. And that is a Vikings first down.
3 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Now it's Scott. Vikings a first down.
18-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Working inside the red zone. He can't pull this one in. That's incomplete. Second time he hasn't been able to bring in a catchable ball. Keep an eye on that. It's second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this third down.
I can understand still trying to put something together here offensively, find some kind of confidence, because this has been rough, both on the scoreboard and the turnovers. Not the kind of offensive effort they were looking for.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's 4th down. This is no good. A surprising miss as he cracks it off the left upright. And they continue to trail by, well, Brock, a whole lot more than a field goal.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
They pitch it to him. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants authoring a blowout here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw, here's Winston. Caught, nice gain left side. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
It's a gain
A
of
big hitter there by the
31
Giants.
yards.
31 yards.
First down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So the Giants come away with the win. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants. As with that,